Now our focus shifts to wildfires and, of course, the drought. Our team coverage begins with Wilson Walker on how some neighborhoods are already on fire watch. Wilson?
Liz, as we all know, the term fire season has fallen out of favor over the last several years. We now hear more about the months in the calendar at which fire risk is most elevated. That is normally coming around September or October. This year, CAL FIRE thinks that might arrive maybe a month or two early.
Our hope was obviously that we're going to have much more rain than we did. With the lack of rain, the concern really does shift now towards what could potentially be another long fire season.
For CAL FIRE and everyone, really, the dry winter means more risk and a changing schedule. The warnings, inspections, and brush clearing we normally see in late May or June may come a bit sooner this year.
There is the potential that with the way the season's rolling out, that we may be starting much earlier than we anticipated. So those are part of our ongoing discussions. Obviously, we're paying attention to it, and our community is paying attention to it. We're receiving an increased amount of questions and concerns from residents.
People are very anxious about wildfire, for sure.
From added fire protection along the siding and the roof, Melanie Light isn't just anxious about her home.
We're trying to clear out all the grass in between the properties here. And
she is also worried about the risk that stretches across the East Bay Hills.
I started a Firewise group in this neighborhood, and we have about 68 or 70 homes.
And there are 23 more groups representing some 1,500 households. They've been pushing for more safety work by the city and trying to get more neighbors engaged. Light says the end of March, the dry winter, and the recent examples of fire catastrophe should have everyone thinking about fire safety year-round.
And we have to consider that we are in permanent deficit in terms of the water that we have available to us, which means that we really need to pay attention to the decades and decades of overgrowth that have happened both in neighborhoods and suburbs and also in the wildlands, obviously.
That fire-safe community is in Orinda. I have seen plenty of others popping up. Oakland, you may be familiar with it as well. That is kind of a movement that I think is picking up speed. As for when we will hear about inspections, warnings, and deadlines for fire clearance around your home, like I said, normally end of May. Look for that maybe to come a couple weeks early this year. We are live here in Lafayette. Wilson Walker, KPIX 5.
All right, Wilson, thank you.
I'm Kenny Choi in the hills of Mill Valley. The dry conditions have residents concerned in this very high fire hazard severity zone. Tomorrow will be the final check of the snowpack in the Sierras. The last time they measured it 29 days ago, it was at 60% of the March average. The possibility of a prolonged drought spells trouble for wildfires. The latest map from the U.S. Drought Monitor tells the troubling story. All of the Bay Area now suffering drought conditions, but parts of Napa and Solano counties now listed as severe drought. When the explosive CZU lightning complex wildfires erupted in 2020, homes tucked deep in the Santa Cruz Mountains hadn't seen that magnitude of destruction in more than 100 years.
It's a risk that you have to live with.
Christina Oldenburg has lived in Mill Valley for decades. Roads so narrow, making two-way traffic impossible. Dense forests, power lines above, and home after home nestled in the wildland-urban interface that's also considered a very high fire severity zone.
I'm just afraid that if we have a really bad fire, that it would be impossible to save all of our homes.
Like the Santa Cruz Mountains, this area hasn't seen a major wildfire in nearly a century. The last one in 1929 destroyed 110 homes. But a second consecutive dry year and the possibility of a prolonged drought like the one in 2012 to 2016 become problematic.
Something that we saw in the last drought was a sharp increase in wildfires, and that trend has continued since then.
What are your concerns of a drought and wildfires in the future?
Well, it's never a good thing to live in an area, so many big trees.
Oh, it's high for wildfires. I mean, it's really changed our way of life.
Yeah, Kenny, people talk a lot about the lack of rain and sort of discount the actual snowpack in the Sierra sometimes. What are our water officials telling you about that?
Well, when I talked to a state water official, that person told me that, yeah, the measurements taken over the last several months in the Sierras that indicate dry conditions overall, as well as for the drought. But the major difference, the notable difference between now and the drought that we saw about 8 years ago is that this snowpack is a lot better. That's the silver lining. But the possibility of a prolonged drought, that still remains a concern, especially when you consider wildfires later this year.
All right, when it melts, a little bit of hope there. Anyway, Kenny Choi reporting live. Thanks, Kenny.